Okay, let's go to page 300 and let's do number 1. So you got z equal to -4 plus 3i. And you're looking for absolute value of z. Okay, again, this one you go -4, 3, right? -4, 3, so it's 5. So absolute value of z equal to 5, and that's it. Okay. Now, since we're doing one, we're going to do number 7 at the same time. Okay, they use the same equation. Okay. So the conjugate is equal to -4 minus 3i, and we have the z, right? So 1 over z will equal to the z conjugate. Again, we're going to use this formula. 1 over z equal to z conjugate over absolute value of z squared. Okay, we're going to use this formula right over here. So it'd be -4, right, minus 3i over the absolute value of z squared would be 25. So 1 over z will equal to -4 over 25 minus 3 over 25i. Okay. Okay, and make sure you write in the a plus bi form. Okay, number 3. Well, number 2. We're going to do all the problems. Okay, so number 2, you have z equal to 12 minus 5i. Okay, again, if you sketch it out, this is going to be 12 minus 5. So this is 5, 12, 13 spatial triangle. Again, that's why it's so important to know your spatial triangle. So absolute value of z equal to 13. Okay. So number 8, you're going to have z equal to 12 minus 5i, and z conjugate would be 12 plus 5i. So 1 over z will equal to 12 plus 5i, again using this formula, over absolute value of z squared, so it would be 169, right? So 13 squared would be 169. And again, you separate them. Okay, and that's it. Okay. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, number 3, you have z equal to 2i. Okay, so again, if you sketch it, well, absolute value is pretty obvious, right? 2i is going to be right up here. So absolute value of z equal to 2, right? The length of hypotenuse. Okay. Okay, and number 9, you got z equal to 2i. Then the conjugate of z will equal to minus 2i. Okay, and so you got 1 over z equal to minus 2i over the square of that over 4. So 1 over z will equal to -1/2i. Okay. Okay, number 4, you have z equal to -3. Again, absolute value, obvious, when you take absolute value, you're going to equal to 3, right? I'm going to just sketch it out so you can visualize. Okay. So you can see -3 is over here. So absolute value will equal to 3. Okay. Now for number 10, so again, you start with z equal to -3. So z conjugate, because this is plus 0, so minus 0 would be the same. Okay, and so 1 over z, obviously it's going to be -1/3. Okay, but it just goes through the same process. Okay, so -3 over square of that 9, so 1 over z equal to -1 over 3. Right? Or if you do it directly from here, 1 over z will equal to -1 over 3. See, you get the same answer. Okay. Okay, but we're going to do it this way so we can practice using the formula. Okay. Okay, number 5. You got z equal to, now things start to get interesting now. Okay? Okay, so again from here, you should recognize, again, this is a spatial triangle. If you sketch it out, it's going to be like this. So it will be square root of 2 over 2 of plus. This is a plus. So the plus have to go up. Okay, so it's going to be like this. It's going to be a 45-45 spatial triangle. Again, you should recognize this is a 45-45-90 spatial triangle, so this would be a 1. Okay. So again, so absolute value of z equal to 1. Okay. Again, that's why it's so important to know your spatial triangle. Okay, from your geometry. If you don't, then you just have to go using the Pythagorean theorem. Okay, you have to work it out. Okay, so number 11. So z equal to square root of 2 over 2 plus square root of 2 over 2i. So the conjugate of that would be square root of 2 over 2 minus square root of 2 over 2i. So 1 over z. Now you see why you want to use a formula, because you do 1 over this is going to be messy, right? Okay, so this would be equal to square root of 2 over 2 minus square root of 2 over 2i, right? Over the square of that would be 1, and therefore this would be the same. So 1 over z will equal to square root of 2 over 2 minus square root of 2 over 2i. Okay? So now you can see that you get a lot of advantage when the a plus bi is messy. When it's very messy, the formula gives you advantage. Okay? If it's simple, then the regular method is quicker. But when it's messy, you want to use this formula. So it depends on the situation. Okay? Okay, number 6. You got z equal to square root of 3 over 2 minus 1/2 I. Okay? Again, if you sketch out your triangle, okay, so that's your square root of 3 over 2. Now this is shorter than that, so you always draw a length. Then after that, you want to see if this is longer, if this is bigger than this, and you make it longer than that. If this is smaller than that, you make this shorter than that. Okay. Okay, so again, this is your 30-60 spatial triangle. So your hypotenuse would be 1. So you're going to get absolute value of z equal to 1. Okay. Again, if you don't know your spatial triangle, then you have to use a long way. You have to do it a long way to use the Pythagorean theorem. Okay. Okay. Again, this is messy, so the formula method is a little bit quicker. Again, so you got z equal to square root of 3 over 2 minus 1/2 I. So conjugate of z will equal to square root of 3 over 2 plus 1/2 I. Okay? So 1 over z will equal to the z conjugate divided by the absolute value of z squared, so it would be 1. So 1 over z will equal to square root of 3 over 2 plus 1/2 I. Okay? And that's it.